In our last video, we explained the complex process of oil and gas production. Now let's talk about how safety is regulated on the front lines. Over the past 10 years, OSHA has issued citations for over 10,000 safety violations to oil and gas companies, many of which were classified as serious infractions due to their potential to cause severe injuries or fatalities. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA, is responsible for ensuring workplace safety across all industries, including oil and gas exploration, drilling, production, and refining. Due to high risks such as fires, toxic gas exposure, and heavy machinery accidents, OSHA has developed standards and guidelines to prevent accidents and fatalities. OSHA's general industry standards cover recommended practices for occupational safety aspects in oil and gas operations, including hazard communication, personal protective equipment, fall protection, confined spaces, and process safety management. The Standard for Hazard Communication, or HAZCOM, states that workers must be informed about hazardous chemicals they may encounter. In the oil and gas industry, handling chemicals like hydrocarbons, hydrogen sulfide, and drilling fluids is part of daily operations. As a result, OSHA's HAZCOM standard requires employers to train workers on chemical risks, proper chemical handling and labeling, and safety data sheets. In personal protective equipment, employers are required to provide protective gear like hard hats, gloves, eye protection, and flame-resistant clothing. These PPE should be provided to employees at no cost and be replaced as soon as they show signs of damage or wear. OSHA emphasizes that flame-resistant clothing significantly reduces burn injuries in fire-related accidents, especially in the oil and gas industry, where fire and explosions are common. For example, in 2018, a pipeline explosion in Louisiana severely burned 2 workers who were not wearing flame-resistant clothing, resulting in a $120,000 fine for the company for failing to provide proper personal protective equipment. Falls are one of the leading causes of fatalities in the oil and gas industry. Workers climb derricks, rigs, and elevated platforms daily, often over 30 feet high. OSHA requires proper guardrails, harnesses, and personal fall arrest systems for workers at heights above 4 feet to prevent serious injuries or fatalities. In 2021, a North Dakota rig worker fell 50 feet to his death because his harness was not properly attached to an anchor point. OSHA's investigation found the company failed to enforce fall protection rules, leading to a $500,000 penalty. The oil and gas industry frequently requires workers to enter confined spaces such as large tanks, pipelines, and storage vessels. These areas are classified as permit-required confined spaces due to the potential presence of toxic gases, low oxygen levels, and explosion risks. For compliance, OSHA mandates testing air quality before entry using gas detectors, obtaining proper permits, assigning a trained attendant outside the space for emergency response, and ensuring rescue equipment is readily available in case of entrapment. Specifically for refineries dealing with highly hazardous chemicals, OSHA requires a strict process safety management program. This includes process hazard assessment, emergency planning, maintenance, and employee training to prevent explosions, fires, or toxic exposures. In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon disaster killed 11 workers and caused one of the worst oil spills in history. The investigation found that BP failed to follow process safety management procedures, ignored equipment warnings, and rushed operations. OSHA emphasized that proper safety protocols and equipment maintenance could have prevented the tragedy. While there are no specific OSHA regulations solely for oil and gas drilling operations, employers are still legally bound by the General Duty Clause to provide a work environment free from recognized hazards that could result in serious injury or death. Without drilling specific regulations, OSHA relies on safety practices established by industry-recognized standards. These include organizations like the American Petroleum Institute, which outlines standards for well control, drilling operations, and equipment integrity. The National Fire Protection Association provides standards for fire prevention and explosion protection, while the American National Standards Institute sets safety standards for equipment in workplace operations. So how do you make sure your site is OSHA compliant? conduct regular safety audits, provide ongoing training for workers, implement emergency response plans, and ensure all PPE and equipment meets OSHA standards. That's a wrap on our breakdown of OSHA standards for the oil and gas industry. If you found this video helpful,